guys, what's the crack, and welcome back to my channel. It's Honora Sims here if you are new, and we are back with another spooky season build. Today we have a haunted cabin that I've built in Granite Falls, and that is the world that came with Outdoor Retreat. So I've had this idea for a little while now. I'm building a save file, as I've mentioned, as you all know, and I want to basically rebuild all different types of cabins for the save file. So I want to do like a family one, more like a hostel style one, and then maybe just like a couples retreat cabin, and obviously build like a campground and things like that as well. But one of the ideas I had was I wanted to do a spooky haunted cabin, like, you know, a cabin in the woods style thing. And the idea being that maybe teenagers or like a group of young people might go together as like a dare, or I don't know, they're just being silly and maybe they take like a Ouija board or something like that, and they go and just try to mess about, but it's really spooky and haunted and all the rest of it. So I've had the idea for a while, and I thought the best time to do it was probably for spooky season for these builds. So here it is. And I also want to do the same in Salvadorada for Jungle Adventure. I want to build like a hostel, a romantic jungle bungalow, and a family resort style thing. You know, all those different kinds of places to go on holiday, because I think it's something that's really lacking in The Sims is places to go on holiday. I know we have these two worlds, but I don't know. I definitely would like to edit them for this save file, because really I'm building the save file for myself so that I stop getting bored with The Sims 4. Like, I mean, I've played in other people's save files as well, but for me, because I enjoy building and I suppose I'm kind of picky about my lots. Not that like the save files I've used are bad or anything, they're really, really good, obviously, but I don't know, I'm very picky about it. So I wanted to try build my own, and it is mainly for myself. I mean, before I started the channel, I had kind of just planned on building it for myself, and then I thought, well, I'm putting in the work, so why not share it? And I was like, oh, I'll just share it, I'll make like a Tumblr or whatever and share the save file. And I was like, sure, make YouTube videos for it, why not? But anyway, I've talked over a lot of the build, what's going on here. Yeah, you would have seen me struggle there for a while with the windows and doors. As I said, I had like a clear idea in my head of what I wanted for this build, but I think that was nearly a problem because I had such a clear idea that when it came to actually building it, I really struggled with what windows and doors to put in. I tried out a few different ones, and I wanted like a wood colour, and one that looked kind of run down, maybe had a few scratches on it, and the door I chose anyway definitely has some chips taken out of it, and I think those windows do as well. I knew I definitely wanted windows that had shutters on them. That was, I don't know, just something in my head that I thought would really work. But yeah, so I settled with those ones, and I think they look well. I mean, they're not the exact ones I pictured, but I couldn't find the exact ones I pictured. Anyway, you would have seen there as well, I've put a little basement in this build. So, okay, the basement. Yeah, it is probably the most enjoyable part of the build in terms of things for your Sims to do. So the actual cabin itself is quite basic. It has a little hall area, it has a kitchen and living space, and then one sort of big bedroom that has lots of beds in it. I put like the kind of rundown looking beds, the dirty double that came with Eco Lifestyle, and then the single kind of camper style ones that came with this Outdoor Retreat pack. So the idea being that everyone goes in and like sleeps in this one room and tells ghost stories or whatever it is. I don't know. But I wanted to put in the basement, and originally I was going to just have it like not really functional, just kind of for show that it was this creepy room. I was going to put like all the dirtiest, creepiest objects that I could find in it. There was just this weird, like, creepy basement. But, it still looks kind of creepy, but I decided to put the like ping pong table and darts and the foosball table and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of like a games room that the Sims can go down and actually have a bit of fun. I put a keg in as well, so that I just thought, yeah, I may as well make it like an actual fun place to go as well as it being spooky. And you can see here I am replacing the fence with a debug fence, which I was getting kind of frustrated with because they didn't have a smaller piece to put on the little end piece. But then I was like, do you know what? It actually kind of works because it looks broken, like the fence fell down or something like that. So it actually kind of works for the aesthetic of this build, that it's like run down, spooky. Nobody's been in it for years, only the bravest of souls would dare to stay in this cabin. Like, it's so cheap because nobody wants to stay here. Yeah, I thought that kind of fit in with the aesthetic of it. But obviously if you download this, you can replace that if you want. And I didn't actually really put anything functional as such in the outdoor area. I was going to put like a bonfire and stuff like that, but I really just landscaped it and I put some of the debug like rundown cars at the back so it really looks abandoned. That was the plan. Yeah, again, obviously you could add that if you wanted, but there's plenty of places around the Granite Falls area, I believe, that you can go and light a fire if you want to. So yeah, as the outdoor is mainly just decoration and aesthetic, it's not the most functional, but this whole world is about like exploring and that kind of thing, so it doesn't really matter. Do you know what? I'm only like, I'm just thinking now what I should have put in, but of course you can add it in if you want, is the barbecue, the one that came, I think, with Island Living, that's just like it's like a barrel. It's just like a dingy looking barbecue. I think that would have probably been kind of cool in this build, but yeah, as I say, you can add it in if you want. I'm mainly just using a lot of cobwebs cobwebs and vines, and oh, there's a little ghosty gnome that I threw in there because why not. That's one of the lot traits, is haunted, and I also put creepy crawlies and cursed because yeah, it's a cursed, haunted, creepy place to stay. Yeah, I've never actually played with those lot traits, so I don't know how actually haunted it's going to be. Like, I hope it actually means ghosts are going to come. I'm assuming it does. Well, actually, I have played with the haunted in Deadgrass Discoveries, that place in Brindleton Bay. I always put the haunted trait there because if I'm doing the aspiration, the animal aspiration, you have to play with ghost pets, and there's already ghost pet spawner in there, so I just add the trait to make it more likely because it's hard to get that one done. And as you can see, I was kind of fiddling about with the different log style wallpapers to put on. I feel like that one that actually came with outdoor treat is kind of weird looking with the lines, but I did put it in the bedroom. It is weird looking, like I get what it's meant to be, but it just, I don't know, it's a bit weird. So I used a few different types of wood, like log coverings in this build. And it adds a bit of variety. I think it's nice. I did use the same flooring throughout the whole build. And it's been said before, but I'm gonna just repeat it now because seriously, why can't we paint ceilings? Like, even at the end, I have a little video montage going through the house, and you can just see the white ceiling, and it's like completely breaks the immersion of this build. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, it's just annoying. Even if they just gave us a few options, like it doesn't have to be loads of ceiling paint, just like a wood one and maybe some darker one. I don't know, like just basics. I think that would be really good, because yeah, it just ruins like the aesthetic of your builds so badly. Anyway, mini rant over. I was excited to use some of these kitchen items because I don't really use them in like my houses that I would play a lot with my families. So it was kind of nice, like the little log wood burning oven and that fridge. It's kind of old fashioned looking. It was just nice to actually use them a little bit, you know, just for a change. And I'd actually love if they added in a fireplace that kind of looked more like a wood burning stove kind of fireplace or something like that, like a more rustic looking one. I did use the one that came with Cats and Dogs, I think that one came with, and it is quite rustic looking, but I would love to see a proper like wood logged fireplace. I don't know, I just think it'd be cool, and it definitely would have fit this build perfectly. Well, what are you gonna do? I mean, there is CC for that, but for this save file I want to keep it CC free. Just, you know, it's easier for anyone to download. So that's, I mean, I know there are some CC pieces that almost everyone that uses CC would have, but still, I just want to keep it CC free, and then you can edit it and add your CC to your heart's content. I mean, that's what I'll probably do when I have it finished. I'll go in and like add bits of CC that I want into all the builds. But anyway, I'm using a lot of cobwebs, and I'm using a lot of the wall stains that came with Strangerville. They just completely transform this build. Like, it was almost on the inside looking like an actual kind of quaint little cottage wood cabin, and I was like, nope, we gotta put dirt and cobwebs everywhere. And using these pictures from vampires, because it just makes it look even more creepy. Like, I don't know, and that picture of that guy, the black and white one, is just, it's iconic in The Sims, isn't it? But it's so creepy. There's just something about it, so it obviously had to go in there. Yeah, I don't know why that picture's there, but it's there. But here I am doing the bedroom. So as I said, it's just one bedroom, and I've put in a few beds. So I have a double, that rotten, ripped up double bed that came with Eco Lifestyle, the one that you can find in the dumpster. And I did use a lot of furniture from Outdoor Retreat, the kind of wood cabin style furniture. It obviously matches the atmosphere in this place, and I thought using a lot of these pictures, I think they're from Get Together, from the Wittenberg world. Yeah, the kind of black and white, they look like historical photos. I thought they kind of really worked, especially if it's like a haunted place. I just thought it would, it's almost like pictures of people that were here in the past. I don't know. I mean, I think of these things in my head. They probably don't make sense, but I'm sure someone out there gets me. Someone's got to get me. And yeah, just more cobwebs, and just making this place really unpleasant. Like, you would not want to stay here. I mean, there's even an urn and that like weird skull thing in the glass jar that came with vampires. So it's, yeah, like I wouldn't stay here. Not really. I'm not like the biggest Halloween person. I mean, okay, don't at me. I like the aesthetic of Halloween. You know, I love doing spooky builds and I love autumn and the warm coziness of it all, but actual Halloween night, like, I don't really do anything. I mean, obviously this year we can't do anything with COVID, but in general, yeah, I was never really big into like Halloween parties and things like that. It just, I don't know, wasn't for me. I really get into Christmas though. It's, yeah, like Christmas is my thing. But as I said, like, I like the aesthetic of Halloween, and I loved building this and the other spooky builds that I have. But when it comes to actually celebrating and like dressing up in costumes, I'm always like envious of people's creativity with costumes. Like, I always think I'd love to have like the creativity to make a cool Halloween costume, but for me, I don't know, I always just stay in Halloween. And sometimes we'll watch like a scary film or something like that. Now, I say a scary film. I'm not good with scary films. Like, I'm such a wimp. They're not for me. I always say this like a joke, but it's kind of true. Like, life is scary enough without watching scary stuff. And that's like really sad, but it's true. It's so true. Yeah, life is scary enough. I don't need to watch scary films. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun to make in The Sims, that's fine. But I like kind of light scary films. Like, and it depends what type of scary. I mean, I really enjoyed Bird Box and A Quiet Place recently, which I thought I was going to be scared of, but I actually really liked them, so that was pretty good. And like, this probably sounds like so wimpy because they're not even that scary, but like, I love Stranger Things, and when I first watched it and I first saw the Demogorgons, I like nearly started crying because they were so scary. But then the more I watched it, the less scared I was, because it's kind of like you get desensitized to it, I guess. Yeah, at first I was like, oh, I don't think I can keep watching this, like, I'm getting so scared, and and then it's one of my favorite shows now, but oh, I'm laughing at myself, but it's not even funny. It's sad, really. It's sad, but yeah, that's me. I'm a wimp. But anyway, I have rambled on enough. I think we're nearly at the, well, it's not screenshots today, it's kind of video going through the build. And I actually don't have the basement included in this, but you pretty much saw what it is. It's just like gaming stuff. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. As always, this will be up in the gallery under the ID Nady134. If you liked it, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would really, really appreciate it. And leave a comment, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. Let me know if you think I'm a big wimp. I know I am. Anyway, I will see you on Thursday for my next spooky video. Bye, guys.